I will talk about NDEs, near-death experiences. I'll go through some critical distinctions that we need to make in order to understand NDEs and some proposed scenarios, what people are proposing to be true with an NDE. That includes the scenario of consciousness without a brain and out-of-body experiences. I'll talk about what scenarios I believe are actually possible based on the Bible primarily and what we currently know through science. I'll reference some spiritual experiences in the Bible to help us understand how they work and inform our analysis of NDEs. All right, the critical distinctions. First of all, near death does not equal dead. They are not the same thing. To quote one of my favorite movies, mostly dead is not dead. This is a huge difference, and we must be clear on what we're talking about. A second critical distinction is that clinical death is not the same as biological death. Again, very different scenarios, and I'll get into that a little more as we go on. But just to say here, be careful when people do not make this distinction as they are talking about an NDE. If it's not addressed, ask the question. Also, resuscitation is not the same as resurrection. One is something that humans can do. Resurrection is something that only God can do. So if someone has supposedly died and come back, let's get clarity on what we're talking about, a resuscitation or a resurrection, a world of difference. It's also important to distinguish between a mental experience and a bodily experience. These are not at all the same. I can sit right here in this chair and imagine that I am walking along a river in the south of France, but I am still in this chair bodily. Again, it's important that we clarify what we're talking about with NDEs. And just to point out that the two terms that we're dealing with here are near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences. The word experiences should flag something for us, especially when we have this understanding of the three-legged stool, where experience is one of the three legs. It is one category of evidence that can build a sound belief. It is one thing that can point toward the truth. However, a one-legged stool does not hold up anything. It's important that for that experience to be valid and taken as real evidence, it must be consistent with the other two legs of evidence, facts and reason. Experience alone is something that cannot support a sound belief or the truth. So when we're dealing with near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, we have to look at facts and reason in conjunction with them and not take the experience all on its own.